As a young child, junior Skylar Ploshay had played various sports, such as dance, tennis, and soccer, that tested her athleticism. After initially hating the sport of soccer and then quitting, she had tried to play the sport again in the 3rd grade. Eventually, she grew to love it. As a persistent player of the sport and now the captain of the varsity soccer team for Monte Vista, Estoque has challenged Ploshay to experiment with the sport of basketball that tests her athletic skills in a different light. To do this, we had Ploshay run through some common drills that the varsity girls basketball team usually go through during their regular practice. To do so, we had enlisted the help of junior Kelly Kasakura, a 3-time member of the varsity girls basketball team. Before trying out the sport, Ploshay shares some insight about her feelings going into it.
I'm just really excited to honestly play and see how it goes because I don't know any of the rules of basketball whatsoever, so I feel like I'm gonna mess up a lot, but I'm kind of excited for that, just to learn how to play and just so I can go later watching a basketball game, I can know what's right almost and what's not, so I can just see different things and just to learn more and expand my knowledge of sports. Yeah. I think I'll struggle definitely with the technical stuff, with passes, having it on target, finding the, how hard I need to throw the ball, or because with soccer, if I'm doing a short pass, it needs to be crisp, but I can't be launching the ball, so it took me very long to figure out that happy medium. So I think it's going to be hard for me to find this happy medium in basketball because I really don't know throwing or anything.
During basketball practice after school, Kasakura and her teammates commonly run through a series of drills to hone in on certain skills and techniques. MVHS varsity girls basketball coach Sarah Borelli comments on the importance of these drills and the degree of difficulty for new players to execute these drills.
Well, all the plays are supposed to be founded in that belief system that what we're doing as drills should all translate into the game. So for instance, we were missing a lot of layups and free throws in previous games, so we started doing next couple practices we spent hour and a half on just layups, and that translated directly to the next game because that's what we improved on. It takes a while because there's a lot. It seems on the surface, it seems simple, 5-on-5, shooting, rebounding, but there's a lot of intricacies that go into basketball that you need to understand in order. So I think at least 3-4 years just to understand the game.
For Ploshay to try out basketball, Kasakura had simulated a basketball practice by having Ploshay run through some common fundamental drills. To start off, Ploshay had done some layups. Then, Ploshay ran through some dribbling drills with Kasakura lightly blocking her. Afterwards, in order to get Ploshay comfortable with the sense of shooting, Kasakura had Ploshay do some close-range shooting from underneath the hoop with both her right and left hand. Next, Ploshay moved on to do some mid-range shots from the free throw line. To challenge her newly acquired shooting knowledge, Ploshay had then done a shooting drill in which she had to run, receive a pass from Kasakura, and then shoot from mid-range. Then, Ploshay had ended with a pick-and-roll drill to hone in on passing, screening, and shooting techniques. While aiding Ploshay through these drills, Kasakura comments on the importance of going over fundamental drills during practice.
At practice, we always practice like just passing, simple things that many people may take for granted, but it really transfers to the game. So starting at the low level and building up is super important.
After Ploshay had tried out all the drills, she reflects on her struggles, successes, and takeaways during this experiment.
My thoughts on the drill was that I thought it was pretty fun. It was definitely way different than I thought. I honestly thought I was going to be a little bit better, but so that wasn't exactly the case. But it was very hard, just because positioning your hand on the ball, releasing it, it starts on your arm. You have to have your arm set up in a certain way to have the release correct. And it was just very different. Everything was different. So yeah, I just thought it was new. I don't really think I picked up anything right away. I know the layups for me with my right hand were definitely better than on my left, and shooting was not the best, but I think layups were definitely the easiest for me. Well, definitely just like positioning my body was definitely weird. Like it was a lot different than I thought. Like for like soccer players, I know like I kept wanting to like put my back forward because like, you know, like taking off running and stuff, and like you always have to like be on your toes like when you're dribbling and stuff. So it was definitely weird just like figuring out like where to put my feet to, which sounds weird, but like, and just like how to like, you know, like when I was like jumping up to throw, like that was just so weird because I always wanted to jump out, you know, because like if we're going for like a 50-50 ball in the air, we jump out to hit, you know, we're always like forward, where this is like up, which was very different for me. I think I'm gonna definitely take away that, I don't know, like I don't think I give other sports as much credit. Like if I'm watching a game and they make like a silly mistake, I'm like, oh my gosh, like how could they do that? I could totally do so much better. Clearly I can't. So like it's just very, you know, you gotta put yourself in other people's shoes. For instance, you know, I know nothing about basketball, and so like I can't judge, obviously, you know, and people make mistakes, you know, like on the court, like, and it just like goes back to, like she said, like the basics, like even like I know we do a lot of that as well. So I think it's interesting that like a lot of the things were kind of similar, as in like if she was to go and play soccer and she would like take a shot and it was horrible, I'd be like, oh my gosh, like you're like supposed to be back further, why aren't you making the you know, like simple things that like I didn't like realize that are also in other sports. So just like everything was a little different.